Hey everyone, Michael here from Replica Airguns with a tabletop video review. Not really a tabletop video review. This long gun, I guess you call it a long gun, but it's a pellet rifle. So it's a rifle. It's pretty long. It doesn't really fit on the table. So you get to see my mug and I get to stumble around with my cheat sheet that you don't usually get to see because the tabletop videos I do, it's off camera. So I won't be doing as many little cuts and making things as tight as the tabletop video. So if there's a few little bobbles in here, understand, we're just going to progress. So what I have here is the Beeman Longhorn II. It's the 10611. It's a .177 and .22 caliber break barrel pellet rifle. So it does come with both barrels, and I will kind of get into more detail with that and showing you guys that pretty soon. This gun comes in at a good, really nice price, and it's in our Canada store, by the way. Don't believe it's in our US store, but it is in our Canada store. So I will put links in the description to buy it in whatever stores it is available in, Canada and the US, or maybe I'll link to another product that's similar. If we don't have it in the US store, then I'll link to something similar. But this, again, is a tabletop video. I haven't done the field test shooting video yet. I'm hoping to do that next week if the weather cooperates. I'll get outside and test. I've actually got two Beeman break barrel pellet rifles that I want to review outside and do the not just the tabletop, but the field test shooting videos for them as well. All right, so now, again, I haven't done the shooting video. This is the tabletop video, so I can't give you any details on any of its performance aspects, velocity, accuracy, even how the trigger works. I haven't shot it at all. I haven't even put a pellet through it yet. That'll happen when I do the field test shooting video. All right, so let's get right into the specifications. Got my glasses on, my readers. We're gonna rifle through this. I will get in there and show you a little tighter on this gun. The camera I have there will focus a little better than my other one, so hopefully I can show you some nice details of this gun up close. So it is a metal and synthetic construction. It's of course a break barrel spring piston design, which just requires the single stroke cocking mechanism. It's not a pump gun, right? It does again shoot .177 caliber and .22 caliber pellets. So it comes with both barrels that you could interchange. It comes with a tool, so it doesn't take too long, but you do require a tool to switch out the barrels. Again, it's a single shot, as you're going to find with most break barrel rifles. And the total length is 45.5 inches or 115.6 centimeters. It does claim a velocity up to 495 FPS. Now, it claims that with both the .22 caliber and the .177 caliber. It claims the same FPS, but as you know, usually 22 caliber pellets are going to be heavier than .177 caliber pellets. Not always. Could be using a high velocity .22 caliber pellet and a lead pellet, right? So you might get similar feet per second, but I'm assuming this rating is for the .22 caliber, and I'm assuming the .177 caliber will shoot a little hotter. So I guess we'll find out when I do the field test shooting video. This has a fully adjustable metal fiber optic front and back sight. So both sights, the hooded front and the rear sight here, which is on the barrel area here, their barrel block. Both of them are metal, which is nice. It's fully adjustable, and I'll show you that when we do the walk around or look around of the gun. Okay, the barrel length, by the way, is 18 inches, so nice long barrel, 45.7 centimeters, and this gun weighs in at a pretty hefty 8.5 pounds or 3.77 kilograms. It does have this synthetic stock, so you can use it in all kinds of weather conditions, which also has a pistol grip. So it's not just your typical rifle stock, it's the pistol grip stock, more modern looking, has the rubber butt pad, and it's pretty soft. So it's not just a hard butt pad, it's a fairly soft, comfortable butt pad. And it does come with the 4x32 scope that you can put on there, so you can use iron sights or the optical scope. It does come with the ring mounts. It does, again, I've just kind of show you the box and stuff, but it does come with the tool. It does come with basically the Allen key to put this. Basically, you don't need these guys, but they're replacement parts. So this is the threaded bolt or whatever you want to call it, screw that locks the barrel in place. And then you have an O-ring in case you lose the other O-ring when you're swapping out the barrels. Of course, you have the manual, and of course, you have the secondary barrel. It did come with the .22 caliber barrel installed. And, you know, you're going to get a manual, one for the scope. I'm not going to get too into the details here. One for the gun. Okay, inside basically shows you how to change the barrel. That's kind of important. So you're going to want to know how to change the barrel out, okay? And also tells you to check the seal there. It does come with that extra seal just in case you wreck one. So be careful when you're switching the barrels out. And just a quick note about the safety. The safety is located at the front of the trigger. When you push forward, it is moved into the fire position. So when you cock the gun, it's an auto safe feature. So you do have to push the safety forward after you've cocked the gun to shoot it. And that's pretty much it. So I think we've got most of it. It is, by the way, made in China. It's distributed by Beeman. We'll take a quick look at the box. Okay. So it's hard to read it while I'm looking through here. But so you've got Break Barrel, you've got Fiber Optic sights, lead pellets, 4x32 scope. Yeah, so let's just take a quick look. You can kind of read it as I go through there. You can see the double barrels, right? I'm seeing it backwards in the screen, so that doesn't help for reading. You can see the trigger. It's a nice trigger. We'll get in there. Now on the back, I'm just going to read it real quick. So Break Barrel Pellets, 0.17, 0.22. It tells the length, 45.5. The weight, 8.5. The velocity, it says 495 in 0.177 and 495 in 0.22. I don't know how that's possible. So black synthetic stock with pistol grip, rubber recoil pad, adjustable windage and elevation on both the scope and the mounts, removable barrel for easy and safe storage. I don't know if you'd really want to remove it just to store it, but it is removable. I guess you could do that. That would really make it safe. All right, so we're going to put this down, and then we're going to take a good look at this. Get in here a little closer so you can see it. So I want to start with the butt pad. The butt pad's quite nice. It's, you know, it's nice and spongy. It's a nice stock, but I'm not sure I like these little sort of ovals. Maybe a checkered pattern would have looked better. Not a big fan of the ovals. It looks cheaper to me for some reason. It just looks cheap. But that's really the only thing that doesn't look as appealing to me. Then you've got the Sportsman RS2 series, right? That's what it's called, or basically they called on the breech here, on the main spring housing here. Maybe that's one that they use for different guns. And then it says model 10611 LVC, made in China over here. Well, I'll show you that on the other side. You get some warning instructions there. There's your rear sight. Okay, so you can see it's fully adjustable for windage and elevation. Okay, let's switch it over here. So you can see that says there, right? So that's what I was talking about. And it shows you that it's the 22 caliber pellets. So you got this nice hooded metal front sight, fiber optic, right? With sort of a nice, I like the barrel. It's not really a compensator or anything, but it does look nice. Okay, and then you have the scope lock there with a little bit of a pad here. So it's not just metal on metal. This is going to butt up against your ring mount and just keep everything in place so your scope doesn't move around. With these spring piston guns, scopes can really move around. Even when you lock them super tight, sometimes the springs or the mounts, the scope mounts will move around, the scope will move around. So it does look like the trigger is adjustable. You can see there is a screw that you can get to right inside there. You got a screw hole through the trigger guard. You've got, and you can, there's a screw there. So the trigger, I would imagine, is somewhat adjustable. I do like the trigger. It's all metal. It's kind of got a texture to it. Okay, so I like it. I mean, basically it comes down to how does this gun perform. So it's a nice gun. It's like two guns in one. You really can't beat that. If you're not sure if you want a .177 caliber or a .22 caliber, the good thing is you've got both choices here, right? So that's pretty cool. And you can either shoot it with open sights if you prefer that, or use the scope that's included. That should stay in place nicely with this scope block here. And well, let's get into some of the specification or the pros and the cons at this point, and we'll wrap up this review. So my pros for this gun, at least, I mean, you might have yours, but these are mine. It does come with the two barrels for .177 and .22 calibers, so it's 2-in-1 gun in a sense. It does also come with the included 4x32 scope and the ring mounts. It is durable, has the durable synthetic stock with the modern look and pistol grip, so probably going to hold really nice. You can also shoot using included iron metal fiber optic adjustable sights if you don't want to use the optical sight. And it does have that automatic trigger safety system, so locks in safe mode every time you cock it. You'll have to release the safety before you shoot it. It is rated at 495 FPS using .22 caliber pellets, so I'm assuming that's the 495 is for the .22 caliber. I'm hoping. I sort of pulled the brake barrel down. It does feel like the spring's fairly heavy, so I'm going to assume it's going to shoot close to 500 FPS with the .22 caliber pellets, which means it's as high as you can go, as powerful as you can go here in Canada, without essentially without having to require a firearms license or all of that rigmarole that you have to do to have registered firearms in Canada. All right, so it also has that nice rubber butt plate that looks good and adds to the shooting comfort. It has the scope stop, so you can put your scope in there. It's going to stay in place nicely. It's not going to move around on the rails at all. You're not going to have to retighten it all the time, which can happen with these break barrel guns with the spring vibration that happens. And it's really well priced. It's in the mid 150. It's not 200. It's somewhere between $100 to $200. So I'm not going to be exact in the price, but it's right around the middle there. So it's a good price for a nice spring piston rifle. All right, a few cons. You're going to need a tool to change out the barrel, so it's not like super quick hot swappable where it just clicks into place. So you're going to need a tool, but that's not, I mean, it doesn't look like it's too complicated. It shouldn't take too long to do. And it is made in China. Some of these, even though it's a Beeman, and Beeman has a little bit of a reputation for high quality air guns and for making them, a lot of them are going to be made in the UK and different things like that, the higher quality ones. This is a China model, so if you're looking for the higher quality Beemans, this is a China version that may or may not work for you. All right, again, this gun is available in our Canada Replica Airgun store, possibly our US store. If not, I'll put a link for something similar there. Stay posted for the field test shooting video coming out hopefully next week. If the weather agrees and lets me get outside, because this gun, it won't do it justice shooting in the 30-foot indoor range. I want to shoot, 50 to 75 feet at least. Put my target back a little ways and see what this can actually do in terms of maybe even out as far as 100. I'll play around with it a bit and see if I can get some decent groups at some decent ranges, and then I'll make the video for you guys. All right. Thanks again for watching another Replica Airguns video. Don't forget to subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Again, if you're interested in this gun, check out the links in the description. I'll put a link to the written post so you can see some photos and other, information specifications, because I know I ran through it really quickly. So I do have a written version of kind of this video there. And of course, if you're interested in other products, air guns, BB guns, airsoft guns, pellet guns, blank guns, and other accessories, check out both our Canada and US online stores over at replicaairguns.ca for Canada and replicaairguns.us for the US. All right, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, take care.